Freedom of speech, the right Americans have to speak their mind, to say their say. Freedom of the press, the right for an entire organization to tell the truth, to expose the lies, to take up for the people that are put upon, to put in jail the ones that are bad, to handle the liars, the cheat, the thieves. And what started as a great idea, freedom of the press, has turned into, in the 21st century, the mainstream media, the modern day press, the mainstream media, a complete group of people that choose what they want to be the truth, regardless of how outrageously absurd it is, but to just make up whatever they want and tell us it's the truth. Move over politicians and used car salesmen. There's a new group that surpasses you as scum of the earth, the mainstream media. These venom-spewing, self-righteous, lying, cheating blowholes who call themselves journalists are nothing more than political hacks doing the bidding of the most corrupt politician ever, Hillary Rodham Clinton. Why? Because they dance to their corporate owners, the big six media corporations who own 90% of the mainstream media. These sleaze bucket companies have given Hillary's campaign millions of dollars in exchange for an IOU for pay-to-play in her administration. You know, it's the adage, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. And then these six dicks hide behind corporate names that make Americans feel warm and fuzzy. You know, names like Disney, Time Warner, Viacom. The recipient of their vitriolic diatribe is none other than America's candidate, Donald J. Trump. They fear the Donald because they know he is a man of his word who will return Washington, D.C. to we the people, as our founding fathers intended. They know he will stop the corruption seeping through every pore in Washington. They know his Trump train will derail their gravy train. They know their time for feeding at the taxpayer trough is coming to an end. And that, my friend, is something you cannot have. And therein lies the rub. The whole reason for Project Take Down Trump. Nothing personal against Donald. He's done nothing wrong other than stand in the way of their all-consuming greed, their all-consuming quest for power, their belief that they are owed the largesse. And on cue, their on-air puppets like Megyn Kelly, Morning Joe, Chris Cuomo open their mouths and spew the lies, hatred, and poison that has been fed about Donald Trump, all intended to sway voters toward crooked Hillary so they can keep the D.C. status quo. These puppets have no soul, no conscience, no moral compass, for they had a choice to take the high road and walk away from this smear campaign, but for their own greedy desires, they played along, dishing out the contrived dirt on Donald. Thanks to WikiLeaks, we have gotten confirmation of this evil takedown. We know the media protects Hillary at every turn. We know they refuse to cover the corruption exposed on her. We know they will never tell the truth about her. We know 25 journalists had dinner at John Podesta's house days before Hillary announced her candidacy. We know CNN's Donna Brazile gave Hillary the debate questions before her first debate with Bernie. We know the media colluded with Hillary on planting the groping women stories against Trump. We know they fawn over her and give her unfettered control over her interviews. We know they will stop at nothing to get her elected. But know this, the media vastly underestimates the power and determination of we the people who support Trump. They underestimate Trump himself. We are fired up. He is fired up. Together we will persevere and put Trump in his rightful house, the White House. In the iconic words of Martin Luther King, we shall overcome. And in the iconic words of the last great journalist, Walter Cronkite, that is the way it is. And lastly, Mr. Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, as you're holding your nose and voting for Donald Trump, remember, when he wins, you may be lucky to even be allowed to stay in Washington, D.C., because you are the ultimate traitor, the ultimate mainstream media, the ultimate kiss-ass. We don't want you around ever again, ever, ever. Vote Trump Pence, or vote for Hillary Clinton. and watch her suck America dry until it is dead.